Hello, everyone. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Adamaris Aroni. Nice to meet you. This presentation will be in the English language. The topic of this article is Cultivating Global Citizens, shifting the focus from grammar to communication in EFL. And our keywords are language awareness, EFL, 21st century skills, education, and language proficiency. Okay, let's see the introduction. The study examines how teaching English as a foreign language, EFL, can prepare students to thrive in a globalized world by developing 21st century skills, such as communication, critical thinking, and adaptability. Through semi-structured interviews and classroom observations, the practices of two EFL teachers were analyzed, focusing on promoting intercultural awareness and global citizenship. The following study presents the results of interviews and observations conducted with two EFL teachers whose students are prepared with a focus on developing 21st century skills in an EFL class. The research question of this article is, how do two EFL teachers describe their experiences in terms of challenges and opportunities using 21st century skills to facilitate their students' development of language awareness and communicative competence? A case study methodology was employed to deeply explore how these teachers designed and implemented instructional strategies to integrate global skills into language learning. The data collected identified specific approaches and practices that supported the holistic development of students, highlighting the importance of connecting language learning with the competences needed for life in an interconnected world. Now we have our literature review section. Okay, in this section, key topics are 21st century skills. These skills empower students to navigate diverse contexts and confidently address global challenges. In the context of foreign language learning, communication extends beyond linguistic exchange, fostering empathy and intercultural understanding. Critical for thriving in multicultural societies. International vocabulary benefits. The IB program fosters international mindedness and intercultural understanding, preparing students to excel in a globalized society. Language awareness and communicative competencies. Differences between language awareness and traditional grammar. Cultural contextualization. Cultural contextualization in language learning means understanding and including the cultural background of the language being taught. It's the idea that language is not just a system of words and grammar, but is deeply connected to the culture of the people who speak. All these topics are related to the main idea of this article. All of them are connected. That's why it's important to know deeply about each context. When we refer to language awareness, we refer to how students are aware of the use of the language in different contexts and how it can help them to develop their critical thinking skills or their skills in general, such as social, research, thinking, self-management, communication, creativity skills. Also, we search about the difference between studying the traditional learning and teaching based on global contextualization to foster awareness in EFL students. Meanwhile, the factors that can affect the process. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Cinthya Delgado, and we have to explain about the method section of this research. We start with the research design. This study uses a case study approach to explore the teaching practices of two English teachers working in international baccalaureate schools. Case study provide detailed analysis of a specific situation or group, helping to understand a complex issue. Data is collected through various methods such as interview, observations, and documents to build a comprehensive understanding of the case. Participants and series. The research involved two English teachers, Pedro and Pablo. Both experienced English teachers. For example, we have Pedro works at a public school in Ecuador with over 15 years old of teaching experience. He focuses on global issues, cultural diversity, and using technological devices in his lessons. And on the other hand, we have Pablo, a teacher at a provide Language Academy, has 10 years of experience and emphasizes project-based learning and the development of 21st century skills in his teaching. We have the research time section. The research followed a set timeline starting in November 2024 and ending in January 2025. Key activities included contacting teachers, providing interview questions, conducting interviews, transcribing and analyzing data, and finally write up the findings. In the other section, we have the data collection instruments. Okay, the data collection instruments. The study used two methods to collect data: semi-structured interview and classroom observations. The interview explored the teacher's approaches to teaching, language awareness, and global citizenship. The observation checklist focused on the teaching strategy, classroom environment, student engagement, and the other relevant teaching practices. We have the section interview. The study asked 6 interview questions related to language awareness and its role in developing a global citizenship. These questions help understand how the teachers view their role in fostering connections between language methods, language learning, and diverse cultures. About the observation checklist section. Classroom observations help gather information about teaching strategy and how global citizenship is promoted. The checklist covers various aspects such as classroom environments, teaching methods, and student engagement. Éder was observed for a total of 2 hours, while Pablos was observed for only 1 hour. And finally, we have the data analysis. The data was analyzed by thematic coding, a method for identifying key themes and patterns in the text. This approach allowed the researchers to organize the data into categories and then draw conclusions about teachers' methods and their impact on global citizenship and language learning. So that's all about the method section that I want to explain.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Mejia. So I'm going to talk about results and discussions. So this research explores the experience of 2 English as a foreign language teachers, Pedro and Pablo, as they describe the challenges and opportunities they face in using 21st century skills to help students develop language awareness and communicative competence. The study reveals both significant opportunities and notable challenges in integrating global competence into language teaching. We have the opportunities. The first one, promoting cultural awareness and cross-cultural interaction. Both teachers emphasize that language is more than just a tool for communication. It is a gateway to understanding different cultures. By teaching EFL, they aim to promote cultural awareness and foster respectful cross-cultural interactions. According to Pablo, using English to discuss global issues helps students see the relevance of language learning in real-world contexts, opening doors to opportunities and encouraging empathy towards diverse worldviews. The second one, language awareness to develop global citizenship. Language awareness enhances linguistic proficiency and intercultural understanding. Pablo highlights that teaching students the social nuances of language use foster empathy and prepares them to engage globally. Students not only improve their language skills, but also learn to appreciate cultural language skills, but also learn to appreciate cultural diversity and communicate effectively across cultures. Language awareness also helps students understand that language use reflects societal values and identity. The third one is the project-based learning, PBL. Pedro advocates for using PBL, particularly around global issues, as a means to integrate language skills with intercultural understanding. PBL creates an authentic learning experience where students engage in tasks like researching and presenting on global challenges. This approach encourages collaboration, empathy, and social responsibility, key components of global citizenship. So now I'm going to talk about challenges. So number one, curriculum limitations. So one major challenge identified by both teachers is the limited scope of existing EFL curricula to address global competence. Pablo suggests that the curriculum should incorporate real-world issues and diverse cultural perspectives to reflect the complexity of the modern world. Overcoming this curriculum contains requirements, careful lessons, plannings, that integrates linguistic and critical thinking objectives to foster both language skills and global awareness. The second one, dual approach to language learning and global citizenship. A significant hardly is a student's difficulty in seeing the connections between language learning and global citizenship, especially in mixed ability classes. Some students resist learning about other cultures, arguing that they will never travel abroad or that global issues don't affect them. This perspective poses a challenge for teachers in fostering a global mindset. Teachers need to design lessons that make global issues relevant to students' life and create connections between language learning and the real-world context. So this study reveals that while opportunities for enhancing global citizenship through EFL exist, the implementation of these opportunities require thoughtful planning. For instance, language awareness plays a critical role in enabling students to understand cultural context and engage with global issues more meaningfully. PBL helps students develop their language skills while addressing real-world challenges, making learning more relevant and connect to student life. However, there are barriers such as curriculum limitations and students' resistance to connect the language learning with global citizenship. Teachers must overcome these challenges by aligning language learning with global competence and fostering critical thinking, a skill through carefully planning lessons. So finally, we have the conclusion. In the conclusion, the integration of cultural awareness and global citizenship in EFL instruction presents significant benefits for students, enhancing both their language abilities and understanding of global issues. Teachers must navigate challenges like curriculum constraints and students' resistance to global topics, but incorporate strategies like project-based learning and designing lessons that connect language learning to real-world context. By overcoming these challenges, educators can foster linguistically proficient students who are also responsible global citizens.